Our two principal operating businesses are Sprung's Western Tent and Awning. Our second business, the large international operation, is Sprung Instant Structures, which evolved from Sprung Western Tent and Awning originally.
We're one of the biggest tension membrane building companies in the world, and we pride ourselves on the quality of the product.
It's a manufacturer of tension fabric structures, which are large, clear span structures with an aluminum substructure with an architectural membrane highly tensioned between the aluminum arches on the building.
It's unique. It's, in terms of the technology, we've been doing this, going back to sort of the 1969 when my dad invented the Sprung structure.
Currently, my brother and I and my brother-in-law are members of the executive team.
And then we have a long-term sort of partner of my dad, Vern Olson, whose son works for the company, and he's been here longer than I have.
My sisters serve on the board, both Dawn and Kerri. 1887 was when great-grandfather started Sprung's Western Tent and Awning. And there was a huge need, obviously, for everything in canvas back then, from Conestoga wagon covers to wall tents to teepee canvases for the First Nations. A number of years later, my grandfather joined the company, and he started Sprung Clendinen, which was a leather jacket and practical utilitarian wear company. When my father joined the company, he added a line of practical down-filled jackets. And a number of years later, when my sister Kerri joined the company, she evolved Sprung Clendinen into a high-fashion ski wear company.
3-in-1s and 4-in-1s and jackets that did all sorts of different things that we developed here in Calgary.
My father was being approached by a number of companies, and they got talking to us about designing a tent that wouldn't blow down.
And that's where he used to say, need leads to invention. And he really invented something that could shed the snow and take the winds, withstand our climates.
And so the product just evolved through the years to the current day Sprung Instant Structures, which are used around the world in hurricane zones, in the Canadian Arctic, and up on the top of ski resorts where they have 300-pound snow loads. My father, Philip Davis Sprung, used to say that we were, at one time, taking care of the 3 basic necessities of life.
That's food, clothing, and shelter. We've been in the shelter for almost 100 years next year. We've been in the clothing business for about 70 years, so we decided we better get in the food business.
And they started a company called Sprung Environmental Space Enclosures.
It was an amazing experience. Those were the days where a group of employees, my dad and I and a group of people, we worked till midnight. We didn't even think twice about it. It was the most exciting technology.
I think Phil Sprung Sr. was always challenging conventional thinking. And when you think about the hydroponic side, whether it be clothing, his way of, pioneering through the West, he had a mobile trailer to sell clothing at one point. He just brought the showroom to the clients.
My dad was the kind of guy who took us to work all the time, anytime we had time off or holidays. So we started from very, very young, cleaning garbage cans and packing jackets and that type of thing.
I think the success that's been created by my father and the generations before him is hard work. Absolutely hard work. Yeah.
I believe my father's a good leader, and he believes that people are the most important part of a company. He always treated people well.
Phil Sr. was an amazing man. He was infectious. He had a great sense of humor. His sense of family was outstanding.
To be honest, with all the jobs that my dad put me through, I never really thought I wanted to work for the company. When I came back from university, I said to my dad, I really want to travel. And he said, how are you going to do that? And I said, I was hoping you'd loan me some money. He's like, you can work for a while. So, I started working and got involved in the sales side and loved it. And I was traveling internationally and went to a lot of interesting, unique places. So that made it fun, and I sort of got my travel side in. In terms of working directly with brothers and brother-in-laws, we get along very well. We're all respectful and professional at what we do. And
It's great to work with your brother, especially when you see eye to eye on most topics and get along with, and so I think it makes life a little easier.
They work really well together. They accept their roles and they complement each other. And yeah, yin and yang, my two brothers, absolutely.
We all have different aspects of personality, and others like Clark and others. I mean, we all collectively, I think we're a much greater whole than we are as individuals.
We have always had an open office policy. Our staff know they can walk into that executive office 9 times out of 10, walk right up to your desk, wait for you to finish a phone call and table a issue or problem or an opportunity, and we deal with it right there.
Well, I think our biggest accomplishment was building this facility.
You know, this facility is 160,000 square feet on 100 acres of land.
We have a subsidized cafeteria with very good food that is healthy.
Great aspect of the company is having a gymnasium, a full workout facility here, and professional trainers and cross-training. And the gym is well used by all the staff, so it's a great place to try and stay in shape, eat well. It's really a fun place to work. To have customers from all over the world and see this building, it is the biggest step towards them proceeding with the purchase of a building that we could ever take, is for them to come and see us here in this building.
we want to see Sprung around the world. We think it's a great Canadian success story and expand into the next generation.
What are the family values that make this business a success? I would say I think it's the passion that everybody has about the product. I think it's the people, in terms of trust within the people.
There's people that have been here for 30 years. That tells you that this is a wonderful place to work and people want to be here.
Been here for 45 years, and you spend a 30-year life working with the family, and still enjoy coming to work every day.
When you tell people that you're a fourth generation to preside over a company, they look at you and go, oh my God, do you know what the odds are that you're going to survive? If you choose the right people that are passionate, the company will survive, because they'll always treat it with the respect you have.
We have a commitment to extreme customer service and integrity. If we tell you we'll do something, we'll get it done. Our word is our bond, basically, and we've lived by that philosophy for 35, 40 years now. Well, I think the legacy, it'll continue to be a family company. I mean, there's a number of the Sprung children are getting through university age, and I make some assumptions that they'll want to take over the business.
When I was about 16, I came and worked at Western Tending Awning, and I worked there for a summer and worked in international sales under my Uncle Tim, and worked as an international sales manager assistant.
You don't start at the top. You need to, regardless of your name, you have to earn your stripes. And the only way to earn respect from the people and to understand exactly what's going on is to do the jobs.
As soon as the sale happens, my dad blows this thing, the horn. There's a horn, and it's just over there. Echoes through this entire place, and as a kid, I'd always just want to jump on it, so happy about it.